Every day that passes, life presents us with situations that test our will, our patience, and our ability to move towards our dreams. You may sometimes feel that the road is long and the difficulties are many, but the simple truth is that real strength starts from within, from your mind and heart, before it starts from anything external. This book is not just a collection of tips or general ideas. It is an invitation for you to discover your latent potential, to organize your life, to face your fears, and to build your path to success with steady steps. You will find in it practical tools and clear principles that will help you turn obstacles into opportunities, failure into a lesson, and effort into tangible results. You will learn how to become mentally and emotionally strong, how to build your self-confidence, and how to make every small step bring you closer to your goals. Every chapter of this book is a stone in the building of your character and a solid foundation for changing your life, no matter the challenges or circumstances around you. Most importantly, you will discover a simple, profound message. Everything you need to achieve success already exists within you. The strength, the will, the courage, the hope, the ability to work, and even the ability to enjoy the journey, they all start with a small idea that tells you, I can. This book is your guide to making that idea a reality and to living the life you truly deserve. Before we begin, make sure to press the like button and subscribe, because what you learn today may be the turning point you've been waiting for. Chapter 1. The start is with your mindset. Every great achievement in this life began with a small idea in the mind of an ordinary person. The circumstances weren't ideal, and the roads weren't paved. But what made the difference was that internal whisper that said, I can. These simple words can change your entire life if you truly believe them. People often think that success is exclusive to those who have money, connections, or opportunities. But the truth is different. Success starts with your way of thinking, with your mindset that chooses to see opportunities instead of obstacles and to see solutions instead of excuses. When you believe deep inside that you are capable, you begin your journey. This belief is like the first spark that ignites a fire. The spark may be very small, but it is enough to give you the light, warmth, and energy you need to continue. Don't look around for permission from anyone, and don't wait for circumstances to become perfect. Life gives you no guarantees. What you need is not outside, but inside, a simple decision to start with your mind and heart together. Every morning is a new test. Do you choose to say, I can't, and stay in your place, or do you choose to say, I can't and stay in your place, or do you choose to say, I can and move at least one step towards your goal? Perhaps the step is small, but its value is great because it opens new doors for you. Starting with your mindset does not mean you won't face difficulties. It means you will see them differently. Instead of saying, this is impossible, you will say, this is a challenge I will face. Instead of your eyes seeing you as weak, you will see yourself as stronger than you thought. And when you believe this truth, you will find yourself in need of something else to complete this beginning: self-confidence. A positive mindset gives you the spark, but confidence is the fuel that keeps you on the road. And this is what we will discover together in the next chapter. Chapter 2. Self-confidence is the foundation. Without self-confidence, you will not move a single step. Confidence is the bridge you cross to reach your dreams. You may have great ideas and a positive mindset, but if you don't believe in your ability to execute them, your ideas will remain just dreams hanging in the air. Self-confidence does not mean arrogance or conceit. It is a deep internal feeling that you are capable of facing life as it is. It is the belief that you have enough strength to undergo the experience, even if you don't have all the answers yet. Remember, the world will not give you prior recognition of your worth. You must first recognize it yourself. When you look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am worthy and I can, you are building a solid foundation for your future life. Confidence gives you the courage to start. How many people possess talent, but were lost because they didn't believe in themselves? And how many ordinary people achieved the impossible because they believed in their abilities and gave themselves a chance to try? Life will test you with challenges, and you will hear voices trying to weaken you or make you feel you are not enough. But if you have a stronger voice inside you saying, I can, and I will continue on the path, nothing will stop you. Self-confidence is like the roots of a strong tree. The more deeply rooted it is within you, the more you stand firm against winds and storms. With every experience you go through and every small success you achieve, your confidence will grow more and become the foundation for your entire life. But confidence alone is not enough. It is the necessary beginning, but it needs something else to activate it and give it the power to continue: willpower. Confidence tells you you are capable, while willpower pushes you to move and proves that you truly are capable, and this is what we will delve into together in Chapter 3. Chapter 3: The Power of Willpower. True resolve is to say, I will do it, and then commit, even if the road is full of difficulties. Words alone do not change your life, but willpower is what turns intentions into actions and dreams into tangible achievements. Willpower is what makes you wake up every morning and complete what you started, even when you feel tired or lose enthusiasm. It is the hand that lifts you when you fall and the pulse that pushes you to continue when everything around you stops. You may have great self-confidence, but without willpower, your confidence will remain suspended in the air. Willpower is the true test of how much you believe in yourself. It is what makes you withstand easy temptations and choose the more difficult path because it leads you to what you truly want. No one has an iron will from the beginning. Willpower is built through training, step by step, like a muscle that strengthens with practice. Every time you commit to what you decided, even if it's something simple, you give your willpower a chance to grow and become stronger. Willpower does not mean closing your heart to fatigue or weakness, but rather choosing to continue the journey despite it. It means acknowledging your feelings but not allowing them to run your life. It means falling one day and then rising the next day with greater determination. Success only gives itself to those who say, no matter how late I am, no matter how I stumble, I will continue. These are the ones who leave a mark because they possess the willpower to continue the journey until the end. But willpower alone can become heavy if it is not accompanied by a light that illuminates your path. And here comes the role of positive thinking. Willpower gives you the strength to continue, but positive thinking gives you the hope to enjoy the journey. And this is what we will explore together. In Chapter 4, Positive Thinking. Positive thoughts are not a luxury. They are fuel that pushes you to continue and keeps you from surrendering. They are the lens through which you see the world and the window that determines whether your life is full of opportunities or drowning in obstacles. Your mind is like a garden, and what you plant in it, you will reap the results in your heart. If you plant fear and pessimism, you will only see thorns. But if you plant hope and optimism, you will find yourself surrounded by flowers that give you energy to continue the journey. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring difficulties or living in illusions. It means choosing to see another side of life, a side that gives you strength instead of taking it from you. It means acknowledging the existence of the problem, but also believing that there is a solution. Every word you say to yourself and every image you keep in your mind will either lift you up or weigh you down. Therefore, make your inner voice a friend that encourages you, not an enemy that discourages you. Tell yourself it may be difficult, but it is possible. Positive thinking is what makes you see a lesson in failure, an opportunity for growth in pain, and a new beginning in every fall. It is the secret to remaining standing when many around you are falling. When you fill your heart with illuminating thoughts, you discover that life is not all darkness, and that behind every storm, a sun is waiting to rise. And the most beautiful thing is that this light starts from within you before it comes from outside. But it is not enough to see the light alone. You need courage to face the darkness. Positive thinking gives you the energy, but courage in facing fear is what gives you the ability to use this energy in the most difficult situations. And this is what we will explore together in Chapter 5. Chapter 5, Courage in Facing Fear. Fear is your primary enemy, but in reality, It is a shadow that grows larger in your mind than it is in reality, and every time you face it, you discover that it is smaller and weaker than you imagined. Fear tries to stop you before you even begin. It whispers to you that you are not ready, that you will fail, that others are better than you. But it is merely a thin curtain hiding the truth that within you lies a power greater than all these voices. Courage does not mean living without fear, but moving forward despite its presence. It means acknowledging the trembling of your heart, but stepping forward anyway. And herein lies the true strength, to choose confrontation over escape. Remember, most of the things that frightened you one day were not that dangerous when you faced them. How many times have you dreaded a situation only to discover it was much simpler than you imagined? Fear magnifies things, while courage reveals their truth. Courage makes you a different person. It gives you an inner freedom that is not possessed by those who live as prisoners of their fears. And when you break the barrier of fear once, breaking it becomes easier every subsequent time. And the beautiful thing is that when you face fear, it transforms into a force that pushes you forward. Every experience you undergo and every obstacle you overcome becomes a new energy that builds you from within and makes you more resilient and capable of facing life. But facing fear alone is not enough, because the road is long and the challenges are many. You need, along with courage, something else that guarantees your continuation no matter the difficulties: persistence. For courage gives you a strong start, but persistence is what makes you continue until the end, and this is what we will discover in Chapter 6. Chapter 6: Persistence, the Secret of the Great. Success does not come all at once, but from small, repeated steps that do not stop. Every great achievement is the result of daily effort, and every continuous progress begins with a step. One humble but steady step. Persistence means that you wake up every day determined to move forward, no matter what difficulties or frustrations you face. It is the ability to continue when the world says stop, and you say, "I will continue." You may sometimes feel that your progress is slow and that you are not achieving what you want at the speed you hoped for. But every step, no matter how small, adds value to your journey and brings your goal closer than it was yesterday. Persistence gives you an internal toughness that turns failure into a lesson, not an end. Every difficult experience, every obstacle you face, becomes a stone that builds your path to success. The secret to persistence is not to wait for immediate results, but to focus on continuity. Those who persist day after day, even if others don't notice their efforts, ultimately reach what they aspire to. Here, the relationship between persistence and the previous qualities becomes clear. Self-confidence gives you the start, willpower pushes you to continue, courage helps you face fear, and persistence maintains the course until you reach your goal despite everything. But persistence alone will not be enough without discipline, for it is the hidden force that makes your repeated steps organized, your time invested, and your energy focused. And this is what we will explore together in Chapter 7. Chapter 7: Discipline, a Hidden Force. The ability to organize your time and control your habits makes the difference between failure and success, for discipline is not just rules. It is the hidden force that gives you control over your life and makes you advance steadily towards your goals. Discipline means choosing what is important in the long term over temporary temptations. It means saying no to what distracts your focus and yes to what brings you closer to your dream. With this simplicity, you control your day and give your life a structure that produces real results. It is also the ability to commit to the small habits that accumulate to become great achievements. Every morning you start with a regular step, and every task you complete on time adds strength to yourself and confidence to your path. Discipline gives you true freedom because it frees you from the burden of hesitation and improvisation. When you control your actions and habits, every decision you make becomes studied and intelligent, and every day that passes becomes accounted for. Discipline may seem difficult at first, but over time it transforms into an internal energy that makes challenges lighter and daily tasks easier. It is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger and more effective it becomes. With discipline, we realize that success is not a matter of luck, but the result of continuous and studied work. And this leads us directly to the next chapter, Hard Work Precedes Luck, where we learn how systematic effort becomes the key to every opportunity. Chapter 8, Hard Work Precedes Luck. Luck visits those who prepare for it with work. So do not wait for ideal circumstances. Create them with your effort. Opportunities do not come by chance. They are the result of hours of continuous work and dedication in preparing for every moment. Hard work means putting your heart and energy into what you are doing, even if its effect is not immediately apparent. Every minute you invest today becomes the foundation for tomorrow's achievements, and every small step brings you closer to the big goal. Success does not depend on chance alone, but on complete preparation. The person who prepares themselves with knowledge, skills, and discipline is the one who seizes opportunities when they come, while others let them slip through their fingers. Hard work also gives you internal confidence. When you know you have done your best, you will not feel regret or hesitation. Instead, you will stand before challenges reassured because you have done everything in your power. You may sometimes feel that your fatigue is without result, but remember that every action you take today plants a seed for a better future. Patience and persistence in effort are what make luck smile upon you at the right time. Hard work is connected to everything that came before. Discipline directs it, willpower moves it, self-confidence supports it, and courage gives it the strength to continue despite the hardships. All these elements together make a real difference between those who wait for the opportunity and those who create it. And with all this effort, you may face difficult moments and temporary failures. But failure is not the end of the road. It is an opportunity to learn and grow. And this leads us directly to the next chapter, Learning from Failure, where we will discover how to turn every difficult experience into a step forward. Chapter 9, Learning from Failure. Failure is not an end, but a valuable lesson. Every difficult experience you go through carries within it an opportunity to learn. And if you can grasp the lesson, every obstacle turns into a step that brings you closer to success. The successful person is the one who learns and gets up again. Those who stop at failure will not progress, while those who see it as an opportunity to try again and gain experience are the ones who write their own success story. Do not be afraid of falling or making mistakes, for mistakes are a natural part of any journey. The important thing is to look at them with wisdom and extract lessons from them, instead of immersing yourself in regret or self-blame. Failure teaches you patience and resilience. It teaches you that the road is not always straight, and that true success requires facing difficult challenges and overcoming them without losing your resolve. Every time you rise after a fall, you become stronger and more prepared to deal with the future. Failure is the silent teacher that experience prepares for you, polishing your abilities without you even realizing it. Learning from failure is connected to everything that came before. Willpower pushes you to try again, persistence gives you the ability to continue, and discipline makes you learn from every mistake in an organized way. And with every lesson we learn from failure, we realize the importance of those we surround ourselves with. The relationships we nurture and choose carefully become a support for us and an environment that encourages our growth instead of burdening us. And this leads us directly to the next chapter. Positive relationships. Chapter 10, Positive relationships. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and encourage you, for your environment shapes a large part of your future. Those around you can be a source of energy or a burden that weighs down your steps, so choose your companions wisely. Positive relationships give you support when you feel weak and ignite passion in you when your spirit falters. The people who believe in you and see your potential even before you see it yourself are the ones who plant confidence in your heart. Friends, teachers, and mentors can broaden your view of the world and constantly remind you of what you deserve. Having such people around you makes you more capable of facing challenges with steadiness and courage. But positive relationships are not just about receiving energy, it is a constant exchange. The more you give support, love, and inspiration, the more it comes back to you in the form of a driving force that makes you better. Avoid those who discourage you or belittle your worth, for negativity accumulates quickly and hinders your growth. A healthy environment, on the other hand, helps you evolve and constantly reminds you that you are capable of achievement, no matter the obstacles. The relationships you build today become a safety net tomorrow, making your journey easier and giving you a chance to grow faster. They are not a luxury, but a real investment in your future. And when we learn how to surround ourselves with positive energy, we realize that the greatest thing we can offer the world is ourselves and what we do for others. And this leads us directly to the next chapter, Serving Others, the Secret to Fulfillment. Chapter 11, Serving Others, the Secret to Fulfillment. The true value of life is not only in what you achieve for yourself, but in what you give to others. Every simple act for another person carries a positive energy that returns to you as satisfaction and tranquility. Serving others makes your life bigger than yourself. When you help, you feel a deeper meaning for your existence and discover that giving does not weaken you, but rather gives you an inner strength you did not know before. The acts don't necessarily have to be great. Even a smile or a kind word can make a difference in someone's life. Every touch of goodness you plant returns to you, whether in the form of gratitude or a feeling of inner peace. Serving others refines your character and teaches you patience and humility, for it makes you see life from a broader perspective and reminds you that true success is not measured by what you possess alone, but by what you offer to the world around you. When you integrate giving into your daily life, every day gains value and meaning. Your heart becomes brighter and calmer, and your mind becomes clearer in making sound decisions. Giving is not limited to time or money, it includes ideas, advice, encouragement, and a smile. Every form of service leaves an unforgettable mark and strengthens your bonds with others and with yourself. And with the realization of the value of giving and serving others, hope for the future emerges as a driving force, for everything we plant in goodness today will bear fruit tomorrow. And this leads us directly to the next chapter, Hope and Faith in the Future. Chapter 12, Hope and Faith in the Future. Those who believe that tomorrow will be better find in their hearts an endless energy to continue. Hope is the inner feeling that drives you to wake up every day with enthusiasm, even in the most difficult circumstances. Faith in the future gives you the strength to overcome current obstacles. When you believe that what you are planning is possible, you begin to take realistic steps to achieve it, instead of wallowing in doubt or despair. Hope is not an illusion, but a conscious choice for life. It is the ability to focus on what can be achieved instead of preoccupying yourself with what you have lost or what has not yet been realized. Every new day carries a new opportunity. Hope teaches you to see possibilities instead of obstacles and to see opportunities for learning and growth in every situation, even if it seems difficult or frustrating. Faith in the future turns today's mistakes into lessons for tomorrow and challenges into stones to build the road towards your goals. Every experience you go through becomes a point of strength if you face it with an optimistic mind and a believing heart. When hope is mixed with willpower, persistence, and discipline, your inner energy becomes inexhaustible and you become capable of facing any difficulty with confidence and calm. It is a feeling that gives you the ability to turn desires into tangible reality. And with this, we reach a summary of everything we have learned. All these tools, from a positive mindset to hope, converge into one truth that always tells you, you always can. And this leads us directly to the 13th and final chapter. Chapter 13, You Always Can, the conclusion. Nothing is impossible if you carry within you faith, intention, and continuous work. Everything you need to change your life exists within you now. You just have to believe in your ability to move towards what you want. You can always start over, no matter the difficulties. You can rise after every fall and achieve your dreams, no matter how distant they seem. True strength is not in the circumstances, but in your will and your decision not to give up. All the skills and all the qualities we learned in the previous chapter's self-confidence, willpower, positive thinking, courage, persistence, discipline, Hard work, learning from failure, positive relationships, giving, and hope are all tools that exist within you to make the difference in your life. Remember, life does not always give you opportunities, but it always gives you the ability to move. Every step you take towards your goal, no matter how small, brings you closer to success. Every experience you go through, no matter how difficult, is a lesson that teaches you how to become stronger and better. You are capable of facing your fears, challenging your doubts, and overcoming every obstacle. All you have to do is start, commit, work every day, and believe that every effort you make carries a hidden fruit waiting for you in the future. Do not wait for ideal circumstances or permission from others. The decision to move comes from you, and the belief that you can is what opens the path before you. Everything begins with a simple idea in your mind that says, I can, and in the end, always remember that life is full of opportunities for those who believe they are capable. Every chapter of this book is a reminder that the real power lies within you and that no matter what difficulties you face, you always can. And today is the moment you begin your journey towards what you deserve. Before we conclude this audiobook, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to receive every new audiobook. The audiobook magazine channel grows and evolves thanks to you, so be a member of a community. Strength is not in the circumstances, but in your ability to make a decision and move steadily towards your goals, no matter how big the challenges. Remember that your life is shaped by your daily choices, by every small step you take, and by every situation you face with will and patience. Failure is not the end of the road, but a lesson that leads you towards what is better. Hard work and discipline form the foundation that builds your future. Self-confidence, courage, and positivity are all tools that enable you to face obstacles and turn them into opportunities. Every difficult experience you face and every challenge you overcome restores strength to you and makes you more prepared for a better future. Persistence is the secret that makes success possible. Positive relationships give you the support and energy you need to continue. Giving plants satisfaction and tranquility in your heart, while hope and faith in the future illuminate your path even in the darkest moments. Remember that everything you have learned in this book is an invitation to discover yourself, to use your inner capabilities, and to transform your thoughts and dreams into tangible reality. Every chapter was a step towards building your character and strengthening your will and your ability to change. Do not wait for ideal circumstances, and do not seek permission from others to begin your journey. The decision to move starts with you, and the belief that you can is the key that opens the path before you. Everything you need is already within you, and every small step brings you closer to the life you deserve. And in the end, always remember, the power is within you, your potential is limitless, and you are capable of overcoming any challenge and achieving every goal you aspire to. You always can, and the real journey begins now with the first step you choose to take today. If you have reached the end of the book, this indicates your love for reading and books.